Okay, good day. Today we would like to present IoT implementation in Netlab. We're from group 2, and today we will like to present this presentation of our project. Okay, this is our team member. There's Rafie and Suhermawan as developer, me, Riki Syahputra as leader, and also there's Faza, Rama, Nugraha as developer. And we have 4 table of contents. The first is introduction, basic introduction of our system. And the second is topology and IP. Is topology implementation and IP addressing and simulation field. And the third is IoT configuration, is IoT configuration setting. And the last is the output of our system and the simulation field also. And we're going to go to the first chapter is introduction, which is going to present about basic introduction of our system. There's 2 definitions that we're going to present, that I'm going to present here. There's IoT implementation in Atle project, or we can say the definition of our project and the Atle definition itself. IoT implementation in Atle is the network architecture system using Internet of Things technology to implement the Atle technology. And Atle, electronic traffic law enforcement, is a surveillance camera that will record traffic violation committed by motorists. Atle Mobile and Atle actually have the same function, namely to record various violations that may be committed by motorists. This is the process of Atle, the data processing from the CCTV into the server. The first step is CCTV image sent wirelessly to the access point. So the access point receives the data, and then the access point forwards the data via LAN cable to the server, and the data received by the server to process with computer vision algorithm. This is the general network topology architecture, or we can say as the main map of our system. We have 5 access points, and each access point connect to the Atlas CCTV using wireless connection. And every access point is connected to the server via LAN cable. And also, each access point represent each street, which is access point 1 is a representation of General Sudirman Street, and access point 5 is handling the Giro Street of the CCTVs of Italy here. And each access point is covered up to 5 CCTV with coverage of radius of each access point is 91 meter or 300 feet, which is using 2.4 gigahertz wireless range. Okay, and also we are using interface using LAN, DHCP, internal wireless, yeah, it's like that, and with the IP address that start with 192.168.1.1. And for the CCTV itself is using the HCP IP, which is dynamic IP that's going to connect automatic without using static IP. Yeah, a dynamic IP. Okay. Next is the benefit of Atlas implementation. So this is the benefit of implementation when we do in the real life. There is 4 main benefit of it. The first is automatic. Okay. Second is anti-illegal charge. Third is connect to a legal agency and quick action. And last is accurate data. So I want to point out the anti-illegal charge. When the conventional police violation law is sometimes there's someone there's an like an ocnum that doing the illegal charge, which is like which is getting paid more than the standard. Okay, So with this lab implementation, it would like it's going to what like the wipe up of the illegal charge, and also it's like it's connect to a legal agency and with the quick action. So all of the violation is going to be take with quickly by the legal agency, and of course this data is accurate. Okay, next. And the chapter 2 is going to be presented by Faza, Rama, Nugraha.
Hello, my name is Faza Nugraha, and I want to present that topology implementation and IP addressing in the simulation field. This is our topology, and you can see in this topology there's a server and PC server with and connected with the switch, and there's switch connected with access point, and we use LAN connection, and the access the point is connection with the CCTV, and the the connection is wireless, and the access point we can access 5 CCTV include, and there's just a one. Next, there's topology addressing. The first is Atlas server with a LAN connection, and IPv4 address is 192.168.1.1 with the subnet mask is 255, and there's no remote server, and default gateway is 192.168.1.254. Next is Atlas computer with connection LAN, and IPv4 address is 192.168.1.2, and subnet mask is 255, and there's no remote server, and default gateway is 192.168.1.254, and there's a 5 access point with LAN and internet connection. For the LAN connection, we use IPv4 address is 192.168.1.3, and the internet is DSCP assigned. For the subnet mask is 255, and for the internet is DHCP assigned. There's a no remote server and no default gateway. Next is CCTV. We use a 10 CCTV with a wireless connection, and IPv4 address is DHCP assigned, and subnet mask is 255, and the remote server is 192.168.1.1, and default gateway is DHCP assigned. Next, additional CCTV with a wireless connection and IPv4 address is DHCP assigned, with the subnet mask is 255, and remote server is 192.168.1.1, and default gateway is DHCP assigned. Next, for the chapter 3, my friend will be presented, Rafie Ananda.
Okay, hello. Hello. Okay. Okay, thanks, brother. Okay, I will explain about IoT configuration. Next. Okay, here I will explain some stack at the server and PC/IP configuration. Okay, at the server example in the display, in this at the server, we fill in the IP address that has been set, and for a PC server, is not much different from configuration the IP it at the server. Okay, next slide, please. Okay. The next is IoT configuration. Here there are three important steps, and namely the first, there is a DHCP setup, where in the DHCP setting, so that has the IP is connected to each other automatically. Then there is the regression server setup, that where here we will active the IoT setup to create an account in a web browser. And there is a data pool set for setup, where the data pool the server setup is the next step of this regression server setup, so that we can connect between different connections. Okay, next slide, please. Next, there is router access point configuration, where in the access point router there are two steps. The first step is the router setup. Here we will enter the IP that we have prepared to enter into as different router, and there is the wireless setup, where here we just change the name of the SSID of the each router. Okay, next slide, please. This slide is the Atlas CCTV configuration. The Atlas CCTV configuration is also divided into two steps. The first step is the remote server setup, where here we set the IoT server, which is originally known to be a remote server, so that we can enter the Atlas server IP and name and password from the IoT web browser. And the second is the DHCP setup, where here we will only change the SSID name according to the router we want to connect to. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, for the next slide will be explained by Brother Faza.
So I want to explain the output of our system in the simulation field. So if we want to see the output, we using the website via PC server. We click a web browser on PC server and input the 192.168.1.1, and the website will showing the login menu, and we should input data, username and the password. So after we input the data, the website will showing this output. There's a 5 CCTV and we can see the output from CCTV 1. Next. So that's all from us. Thank you for your attention. Sorry if there's a mistake from us. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.